Let's talk about a side of stacking that does not get talked about very often. This may be something that really adds to your stack. Likely a lot more than just scouring for deals. And pretty much anyone can grow their wealth much faster. And I'm serious when I say pretty much anyone. I don't say everyone because maybe there's some people born without a brain, maybe they were in a serious fire, or laid up in the hospital with several of their bones broken all at once. And they can't really move or talk. I'm not talking about able-bodied people that are probably a little shy. Maybe you're a little too fat or a little too old. Or maybe all of that. Or maybe none of that, but you still think you're too busy. There's just not enough time in a day. Relax, this is going to be easy and fun. I know that sounds impossible, right? I'm not going to try to convince you to do anything you don't want to do. I'm just trying to show you how to get more and more of that what you want. And guess who I'm mainly talking to right now? If you said, I'm talking to myself with a cup of coffee in the morning, again, pondering my wealth. You guessed it. If you want to listen in, you're welcome to stick around. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you're here. I mean it. I'll even read your comments. Don't expect a lot of little hearts though, okay? I just use those to basically bookmark the first. All right, let's get into this really quick. While we're looking for yesterday's first, hit that like button if you want to grow this wealthy community. No bullion dealers or mining companies here, ever. All the pondering without all the peddling. Brandon is back, unstoppable. Let's go, Brandon. First class, thousandaire. Okay, I'm going to ask you a number, and I want to see if you know it off the top of your head. Pop quiz. Surprise, motherfucker. All right, here's the question. How many cents out of each dollar that you earn are yours to keep? What's that number? Is it in the 70s or 80s? Or is it in the 60s or 50s? Imagine how you would feel based upon these numbers as well. I've noticed in the past, this number can be an indicator of my morale, although I marked it as my obligation. An example, I had it to 27%. 27 cents out of every dollar went to my monthly obligations. Rent, car payments, car insurance, utility bills, and internet. I don't include my food on there, but you can if you want. I've had this number close to 50% as well, when I had some debts I needed to pay off. And I remember that feeling when about half of every dollar I earned was mine to keep. Try to stay with me, okay? We're talking about adding more of that shiny stuff to your stack. Maybe we can even turn those little gold coins to big gold coins. You don't need to be a professional, a doctor, or a lawyer to make this happen. Many of them are living week to week as well. It's very typical for people to earn more, to give themselves more obligations. They're like, I make a lot of filthy fiat right now. How can I get rid of it? Sounds crazy, I know. All right, I'm going to try to explain this better, and then I'm going to tell you how to make a dramatic change with very little effort. There's going to be work involved, but it's going to be high reward compared to the work you do already. Possibly. Likely. All right, so let's say my obligations, my bills, come out to about 35 cents out of every dollar I earn in a month. So 35% is the cost of doing business if I'm going to be in this city and earn. You got to pay to play. But here's the thing. If I decide to work an extra day each week, how much of those dollars do I get to keep? And we're talking about after taxes, of course. Well, so long as you don't find some more obligations, it's free and clear. You see, you pay your cost of doing business, your bills, once a month. So if you decide, like I said, to pick up some extra shifts, maybe get a side hustle, or sell some things off, those extra promissory notes are in the free and clear. Think about this cost of doing business thing I was saying. Looking at your bills and obligations each month as just the cost of doing business that month. It may have costed you 35 cents for every 65 cents you could take for yourself. So if you pull some change out of your pocket, 65 cents, and look at it in your hand, not only did you have to work for it and pay taxes, but you also had to pay 35 cents for all your supplies and conditions so that you may be able to earn it to begin with. I know, right? I'm starting to get a little angry too, but that's not where we're going. We're going to a happy place. Stay with me. Don't hold my hand. Let go. Just walk with me, okay? Okay, here's an analogy that will bring some clarity if you don't already have it. Say your plan is to catch fish and sell them. And they're out there in the ocean pretty far, so we need to rent a boat and hire a crew. So let's say renting the boat, hiring the crew, and fueling it up will cost us $5,000 for a month. I know, that's cheap. It costs us $5,000. That's the cost of doing business to catch fish for a month. So it's been 3 weeks, and we got a lot of fish. $10,000 worth of fish, to be exact. And we're headed back to shore. I've made $5,000. I take 2 quarters out of my pocket. It's hard to get them out of my pocket. I got these big rubber gloves on. They're yellow. And I look at them, and I'm thinking, it cost me 50 cents to earn this 50 cents. It cost me 2 quarters to earn these 2 quarters. And then, you know what I do? I ponder. It only takes 2 days to get back to shore. And I've already rented the boat for a month, fueled it up, and I have paid the crew already, their salary. It's dawning on me. I may get a little less time to relax, or a lot less time to relax, but we could fish for 5 days, 5 more days, or even 1 or 2 more days. Let me think about it. I've already paid everything off this month. If I could get another couple $1,000s of fish, well, that's just $2,000 for me. I don't have to give up half of it in order to catch them. So, in a way, it's like I'm earning double, at least for those fish. So imagine your home, your car, your utilities. This is all just the fishing boat that you pay for each month. If you picked up an extra shift, maybe even an additional part-time job. I even heard of this old lady near me. She bakes a bunch of cookies and lets people know on Instagram what parking lot she's going to be in. And she sells out. She's probably making a couple extra $1,000 a month. Maybe more. Maybe less. But she's just baking cookies and dropping them off in a parking lot. She's not afraid to get out there and do something. She's not too old to adopt technologies and use those technologies to her advantage. I read in the comments, somebody's cutting down trees for people, leaving with a bunch of extra cash and some firewood to boot. Let's face it, these days, 40 hours is a joke. So the moral of this ponder, get out there and earn more money. Keep in mind, I'm yelling at myself. I keep my schedule saturated with more than I can ever do. And I'm yelling at myself this morning to add to it. It can be done. Get out there and get some of that free and clear cash this month. It's getting harder to get big gold coins. So I can either not get them or I can become harder myself. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going back to shore to relax too much. I'll just be going back to refuel. Let me know what's on your mind in the comments below, friendo. If you got a side hustle, maybe let us know about it. If you're older and wiser than myself, I'd love to hear from you. If you're younger and wiser than myself, I'd love to hear from you. If you're a constant 60 to 80 hour worker each week, let me know what's on your mind if you got time. Where do you get that drive? Share that inspiration, motivation, and make this wealthy community even wealthier. And you heard what I said. If you can use that inspiration yourself, maybe look at the comments below and get to reading. Also, join this community. Get down there and get to subscribing. I know, I keep giving you all these things to do. No one said it'd be easy. I'm just kidding. I said that. I meant it. That's it. That is it. Thousandaire Radio, wicked shout. Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list.